What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Mykeeey here with another YouTube video, and today we're reacting to Chevy. He said this is a video like I don't really know what I'm getting into for real. It's like a story time, I guess. I like watching him on YouTube because he explains a lot of history and just random stories in an interesting fashion and/or quick. It's quick to the point. You learn all the side information and you learn all the main key points and how it correlates to maybe modern day and some things that just may have been overlooked that motherfuckers just don't know that happened. You feel me? I'm a historian person, not a historian person, but I'm a person that likes history, whether it's my own black history, world history, history that was figured out to be actually fake, fraudulent history, and or people just doing dumb things from all times, periods in this world. You feel me? And he knows a lot of things and or he does a lot of research on these things and he brings it to us on YouTube, and that's why I'm gonna bring my reaction. Cause I haven't reacted to this video. I keep putting it off because I want to bring it to y'all. But you know what I'm saying? I gotta record. I'm finally done healing to the best of my abilities with this damn wisdom tooth. So thank y'all that's been wondering where I've been at. You feel me? I'm back. I'm finna flood y'all with some nice, great content as you've been needing, and then I've been seeing that y'all been loving the sports, the Drewski, all the videos I've been dropping. Shout out to y'all for tuning in. Gonna keep dropping the heat, keep dropping the bangers, and stay tuned, my boy, cause we got some shit. We got some shit on our hands. Let's do it.
Told a lie before, don't worry about it. Most people have. But if you've ever told a lie like Jean,
Run up.
If you've ever told a lie before, don't worry about it. Most people have. But if you've ever told a lie like Jean has told a lie, then you need to go.
You definitely look like a liar.
Jean had a problem. He told one lie that spiraled into absolute chaos. You see, one day or night, I don't know, I wasn't there. Jean pulled up to his parents and he told them, "Look, y'all, I got into medical school." But this wasn't the lie. He actually got into medical school. They said, "Jean, we so proud of you. That's our boy." He said, "Appreciate y'all. Look, I'm finna go over there, get my degree, and we finna all get rich." He failed. But here's where the lie begins. See,
Where's the
John
lie?
failed a test, just one test. And all he had to do was retake that test.
Type.
But he couldn't cope with the fact that he failed, so he just didn't retake the test. Boom, John gets a phone.
See, now that is relatable. That is relatable. I when it comes to the school shit, I don't know what it is. Education, if I especially don't care about the test I'm taking, why would I retake a test that I know I studied, I did the best I could, and it just wasn't, for some odd reason, motherfuckers just don't get the right answers. You feel me? And then I will do the research to make sure I figured out what, you feel me? And the motherfuckers will read over a test and see like, oh, okay, now I see, my dumb ass picked the wrong one. Now I actually remember why this is actually the right answer, why my answer was wrong. Okay. So now that I've come to the realization of where my errors is at, why am I going to retake this test? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. That's just me. It's something I got to grow over. You feel me? Because a lot of people just don't be want to take tests just over that. You feel me? Like, you can still learn from your failures. You don't have to always have get everything 100% right every point in time in your life to still learn. Just because I got this bad grade don't mean I still didn't learn from my mistakes. You feel me? I'm still learning. Now, is that going to motivate me to retake it now that I know all the answers? No, because then it's a little bit too easy. Where's the challenge? Then where is the real growth? Because I already grew from learning that you feel me? If you actually look over your work, then that's the time you will actually know and do better and grow. Because you never know if the test is going to be exactly the same or any different. But that whole concept of trying to get yourself motivated to retake that test, depending on what subject it is, motherfuckers is not going to do that, bro. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's his parents. They said, "Jean, how's med school going? We so proud of you, son." He said, "Huh?" They said, "We asked you a pretty simple question." He said, No, med school's going good. It's going good. I'm passing everything. I'm doing very well." So now Jean can't just...
I could never imagine that. That's the only real benefit of me not going out of state for college. And I can at least have the comfort knowing that I don't have to feel that bad and self-guilt for lying to my parents, because let alone for the simple things like passing the test, school grades, and shit like that. I don't want to lie to them about that because that adds more pressure on me to keep up with a lie. Why I want to keep up with a lie? No, that's not how I want to spend my time. That's not going to help me benefit me in the long term at all, because lies don't bring nothing but more lies and delusion and distractions. You feel me? So I'd rather keep it a buck with my parents of what I'm doing in my life than try and sugarcoat it, lie, and make it seem like I'm doing good when that's not the case. And I know my parents are gonna love me regardless. All my successes through my failures, I know they're gonna be able to help me and love me and motivate me to be a better person regardless of where I am in life. So thankfully, that's the real blessing in life that I have and the richness that I have. Subjective. I want to share that with the family through, not the family through, with y'all on YouTube through, you feel me, the screen. So y'all can experience what it's like to have a loving piece of family around you, because you are my family and we are family. You feel me?
Pull up to the crib, his parents are gonna know he failed.
Nigga,
So
if he wasn't that, you feel me, afraid to tell his family the truth, he wouldn't have lied this bad, because this is where the lies beginning.
just stays in med school, showing up to classes, going to study groups. Everyone thinks John is going to this med school. Meanwhile, whole time, remember, he failed that test. He can't graduate. John continues to do this for 5 years.
That's wild though. Like, that's the only thing I be for, like, that confuses me. For people that don't go to school, like, not don't go to school, but they don't want to advance themselves in the educational field, but they still go to school. They don't take no classes. They don't do nothing but just loiter around in the cafeteria or in the areas where you could loiter around in the library and all that shit. If you got a real friend that you just go up there, you meet up with, you just do that with them for a time being, because y'all, that's your time to try and grow with them in a sense, because you can get into school, but you can still spend time with them and learn with them too, because they got the benefit of having proximity to a school, and you got proximity to them, so you can actually learn through them at the school too. I understand that, but if you just going to school, not actually taking classes, not actually learning shit, just sitting there, wasting time, wasting space, just to look like you're doing something, bro, I don't understand that. Why would you want to waste your life like that? That shit's so boring and just insane. I can't even come to terms, like, trying to imagine why somebody would want to do that, because I keep finding different reasons of why you wouldn't just be there just to waste your time. You feel me? Let alone to lie to your parents. You still got to find a better way to experience your life. You feel me? So where's the good point? I want him to explain to me, what was he trying to do?
But now med school's over. It's time to confess, Jean. Jean said, nah. Jean pulls up to his parents and his new wife, Florence.
Guess what? He re-enrolled, huh?
And tells them all he graduated and he's about to become a doctor. Florence said, ooh, boy, I'm so proud of you. I knew marrying a doctor was the right call. Where you finna work? He said, huh? She said, it's a pretty simple question. Where you finna work? John said,
that's his wife asking him?
World Health Organization. See, John was thinking smart. The World Health Organization was across the France. They lived in France, by the way. The France-Swiss border. So people.
Okay, so that's really good information to know, because in America, that shit, I feel like someone would have caught on a little bit quicker. In France, I don't understand though, but they're a little bit more blunt. They speak more straightforward in France, so
travel there so easily.
I heard.
It's a government.
I've never been to France, so I wouldn't know.
Look, I can't discuss my work. His family said that makes sense. So every morning, Jean wakes up, gets in his car, and drives. He drives off
where?
to Forest. He drives off to rest stops, and he just chills. Waits a few hours and
where the fuck did your money come from? That's the only thing I'd be questioning. Like, how do you do this shit and have money coming in still? How do you have time to waste time, not actually working hard for your time, not actually working at all in your life? Don't actually put nothing into this world to actually receive any real satisfaction. You just out here wasting time, wasting gas, wasting energy, wasting everything. What Soul Illuminati calls y'all bots. You just being a bot out this bitch for real. How do y'all continue to fund your botness? How the fuck does you keep getting funding to be an AI programmed fucking bot? How the fuck does that happen? I need to figure that shit out, man.
He does this.
I don't need to figure that out, because I don't want to, you feel me, be a bot. I want to figure out how the fuck they get these funds. I want to tap into them funds. Wire tap that shit to the people that need that shit, bro. Because y'all ass Robin Hood style. Y'all ass be tweaking.
Get wicked. You see, there was one major problem with Jean.
What's wrong?
Money. He had a wife,
yeah.
He had kids, and he.
You feel me? You feel me? You feel me? That's what I'm asking. How are you funding all this shit?
Really support them. He doesn't have a job. His kid said, "Daddy, why are we broke?" He said, "No, we not broke. You know, we just strapped for cash right now." His wife said, "Don't you work for the World Health Organization?" You see, the thing is, Jean was bringing in money, but his wife started having a problem with how much money he was bringing in. He wasn't bringing in a doctor's salary, but see, before we get to that, how he was bringing in money,
yeah,
he was scamming people, his friends, his family. He would tell them all, "Look, y'all know I work for the World Health Organization, right?" They were like, yeah. He was like, "Look, I got insider information. I know how the stock's finna go up, go down. So y'all just give me your money and I'm finna invest it for you." he takes millions. But listen closely, he's splitting those millions up over the course of 15 years. So it's still not adding up to a doctor's salary. So again, his wife is saying, yeah, you're bringing in money, but like not doctor money. Ring, ring, ring. He gets a
how much do fucking doctors make? Nah. Let me see. Fuck, bro. In France. Fuck it. Let me do it for France for contextual reasons. About 120,000 pounds. Okay. Today's terms at 400,000 a year, 350 to 400,000 a year. Not bad at fucking all. Earn as a median. It's the lowest. The lowest doctor salary in the U.S. is 200,000 a year. 20,000 a year. Okay, that's the lowest. Now let's see what the highest one, cause I'm trying to figure out what fucking ballpark this broad looking for. So the most they looking at, they can make spouse damn near not even quarter mil. That's a 3/4 of a mil right there. You hear me? That ain't bad at all. Them good. They make some good money. Make some good money on. They ain't touching no milli though. They ain't touching no fucking milli. Let me see in France. Let me do that before let's see what's in France. What they looking like. What they making. And what did that translate to? 400,000 in pounds. So yeah, they making more actually. They actually making more. If you want to be a doctor, I suggest you go be a doctor in France because they're making more money in France than they do in the U.S.
Hold on, honey, 1 second. It's his boy. He said, yo, where my money at, fool? He said, oh, hold on, I'm getting another call. It's his wife's dad saying, yo, where my money at, fool? He said, hold on, I'm getting another call. He getting call after call. His lie is starting to unravel.
Yeah, nigga.
His wife saying again, where the fuck at? But
where the fuck the money at?
Everyone thinks Jean is a doctor. So for the most part, he's getting away with telling people, look, the money's coming. Just wait. I'm a doctor. I mean,
doctors don't got to wait for shit. Once their funds is deposited, they're good. Like, they're pretty good. They're pretty set depending on how they living. Even if they living like super flaunty and not being super responsible with their money, they still could be comfortable to have some money on. I would have been niggas should have been figured out this nigga ain't got no money.
Pretty trustworthy. Everyone
crazy
says,
work.
Cool. But here's where things start to get wickeder.
What?
Because there was one person who was not taking his word for it, and that was Florence, his wife's dad. He said, where my money at?
On God.
He said, yo, I'm a doctor. Just what? He said, I don't care about none of that fool. Where my money at? John
on
said,
bro.
What? He said, Florence, your dad tripping. Florence said, where my dad money at though? He said, Etu? He said, look, Pops, can I call you Pops? He said, nah, call me the bank. Where my money at?
Oh,
he said,
bro, I need my shit.
Wait, what am I supposed to do? He said, show me the documents of where you filed my money and show me the documents saying I'm finna get it back. But Jean never had to produce those documents because one day out of nowhere, Florence's dad fell down a flight of stairs.
Yeah. Nigga just randomly fell down a flight of stairs. Yeah. All right.
Jean was the only witness. Reports say from the paramedics, they heard Florence's dad saying, Jean something me, but they couldn't make out that something.
He pushed that nigga.
Jean suddenly puts the oxygen mask on him saying, yo, save my pops. They take Florence's dad to the hospital. Florence's dad passes away. Now, a few days later, Jean gets another phone call.
That nigga's supposed to be a doctor. Why didn't he help that nigga? If you fell down the stairs, nigga, you're a fucking doctor. Do your doctor procedures on the nigga. That would have been Exhibit A. Niggas not using their Sharingan. Niggas not using their Sharingan at all. Nigga, you supposed to be a licensed, whatever the fuck. You supposed to be certified at what you do, my nigga. How you can save her dad and he fell down a simple flight of stairs. You didn't know how to do nothing, how to position them, nothing, how to recall nobody, you feel me? You ain't had no oxygen tank nearby. You ain't had no type of tools and shit nearby because you that broke? All right.
Mistress.
Yeah.
Everything he was cheating on his wife.
And that's your wife's dad. Over with.
Mistress said, I'ma tell you like Wu told me. He said, cash rule everything around me. She said, where my money at? He said, oh yeah, I owe you money too. This man was even taking money from his mistress. It's getting too hot for John to handle. He can't put out all the fires. And John gets another phone call, the final phone call.
FBI?
Story. And it's from his wife saying, hey, I just got a call from our kid's school and they were trying to reach you. They called the World Health Organization. The World Health Organization said they never heard of you. Now, John has been living this lie for a total of 18 years.
18 years off a lie is crazy, nigga. Let alone you actually gave him a number to that the damn United Health Center, whatever you gave your ass the actual real number to them, where you don't actually work. So they're never going to get in touch with you, and they just going to figure out that that shit was a lie anyways. You're not thinking, brother. You're not fucking thinking. I don't know how people be.
In his mind,
18 years though, gang? Hell no. Hell no.
Confess. So he had
What he do?
a plan.
The fuck you do?
Everyone who could expose him. That means everyone who's loved him. That's his wife, his kids, his parents, and his mistress. The story does not have a happy ending because Jean, in twisted fashion, his parents. And when I say twisted, it's because he has lunch with them. And then he goes to bed with them.
This is an evil young man. This is an evil nigga. I ain't gonna call him a young man. That's an evil motherfucker, bro. How you gonna have dinner with your parents and then slime them out? Just over money. Like, the more I'm thinking about it, like, bro, niggas need to figure out how to get real love and appreciation and satisfaction in life. All you have to do was tell them you didn't pass school, you didn't want to go to school, you didn't want to be a doctor, you want to do some other shit. You don't have to succeed in that lane of life. You could have pivoted to something else. Niggas would never gave a fuck. But instead, you continue to lie for 18 years where you created a whole family, a bond with 2 other women, and you end up trying to kill your whole family. You end up killing 2 of your parents who brought you into this fucking world. That shit is crazy,
His
bro.
wife wakes up in
These
the
niggas is crazy, bro.
He wakes up his kids, has lunch with them, then stem. He goes over to his mistress. He drives her out to the country.
How he get away with killing his parents? How you get away with killing anybody, let alone people you love, and just try to move around like you can move around as a normal person? Nigga, you're not normal. You're not an everyday man, and I know you're tormented and tortured. They probably gave this young man the death penalty or whatever the fuck the case may be because they're in France. And I know they caught him.
Countryside. He tries to her. She fights back.
Wait.
Wakes up in the morning. He wakes up his kids, has lunch with them, then stem. He goes over to his mistress. He drives her out to the countryside. He tries to her. She fights back and begs for her life. And well, he actually spares his mistress and tells her, just don't tell anybody that he had.
That's some foul shit, bro. You'll kill everybody in your family, but won't kill the fucking mistress, bitch.
To her. He then drives home to where his entire family lights the house up, sits down on a chair, and takes a bunch of pills. But people driving past saw the smoke coming from the house. The police rush in and save his life. They're confused at the situation, but they add things up pretty quick.
Consequences, brother, consequences.
All they had to do was call the World Health Organization and confirm an identity that could not be confirmed. They said, we never heard of Jean. They called Jean's medical school. They said, yeah, there was a dude who pulled up here like for 2 years, but he flunked out. So they go to Jean. Jean has no choice but to confess, and he's sentenced to life in prison. The total time he served, though, was 25 years because he claimed to have found religion. So they let him out on parole in 2019. But his
bullshit.
parole is especially strict, as you can imagine. He has to live in a designated area. Police ongoingly monitor him, and he can't just go wherever he wants. And the craziest part of the story is Jean never admitted to the people who loved him that he was a fraud. Instead of admitting his faults to them and asking for,
they'll never know. They'll never fucking know.
Decided to them all. All right, to all my YouTube folks. So this was the first video of a few videos we're gonna be doing on strange crimes or like unique crimes. I don't know exactly what to call it, but
true crime stories
like this that'll pique your interest.
Shout out to
So
you,
if you
my
have any
boy.
recommendations, if you have any crimes that you want me to check out,
I don't have none off the top of the head, but when I will find some, brother, best believe I will comment them in here, and I'll let you know. But that shit is insane. That's actually sickening. That's actually really sickening to me. That the nigga actually got out. I was expecting to get a fucking death penalty. The fuck? Nigga killed his whole fucking family and threatened to kill a random bitch that he was slaying with. Y'all niggas let him just serve 25 years to get out? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? This the shit I be talking about with the world, bro. The world will let a nigga out that just murked his whole family over a lie. Mind you, he's lying for 18 years. Lying about a job he never fucking had. Lying about an education he never fucking had. But a black man can be outside walking just from the corner store and get lit the fuck up and ain't nobody gonna do nothing about it. That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. That's the reality with it. We live in, and motherfuckers don't actually hold people accountable. But they'll light any. Now I'm not gonna say any person of color because it's not. It's black people. They'll light a black person up on fire. They'll hang them from a tree. They'll do anything. I'm speaking explicitly because that's the case. That is the case. They be doing that to people, and they just overlook the news. They overlook the fucking push of the media of us trying to say, hey, this is a problem. We're not trying to even push too much violence on motherfuckers. We trying to make people aware that there are issues in this world and people are just ignoring it still. And this is things motherfuckers talk about when we was kids, like motherfuckers growing up, and if there's racism still around, what they would do. This is the time for people to actually stand on what they said. We said this as kids. We seeing people move ignorantly, fucking bigotedly, and they just don't know how to fucking live. Whether it's with a race on race violence or inter-family violence. People don't know what the fuck they doing with their life. They be stuck doing dumb shit. So if you have someone that you care about, you think someone that you're around is a little bit lonely, a little bit worrisome, instead of pushing hate onto them, try extending a little bit of love, a little bit of character, a little bit of interest into them. Not for your own agenda, but to see if they actually receive some genuine love, some genuine appreciation, maybe that will help them to be a better person. Maybe that help them to come out with something they've been battling within themselves. They'd be able to confess something that it could be life altering for them. It might be small to you, but life altering to them. Stop being so hateful in this fucking world, man. I don't understand it. I'm saying don't be hateful, but motherfuckers still need to stand and have repercussions and consequences. Don't get that wrong. I'm saying peace and all that, but people still need to receive the consequences of what they've been doing. You got random ass white Mexican people out here saying nigga for no reason. Just to enrage and rage bait people to harm them, just so they can use artillery forces. That's the time we live in. Motherfuckers is rage baiting niggas to defend themselves, and they can't even defend themselves because niggas gonna shoot them and call them all types of words, and they can't even get the defense of their own community because it starts with us. People within our own community don't even stand 10 toes with us. So first of all, with this video, it might not have to have nothing to do with that, but what I'm taking from it. We need to stand together and make sure we don't have this shit going on in our community and let alone around our families. Because it's people like that out in this world. As we just watching this video, they let the nigga out on bomb. They let the nigga out. He's in a circular. He's in a a destined designation. In a special spot. He can't go nowhere without supervision type shit. But still, there are people out here in this world that do weird shit, and you don't know who they are. You don't know who they are. You don't know how to, you don't know how they're going to respond to you. So it's only best that you treat the people that are the closest like you in the community, that are shows close, like they relate to you, and they actually, show you appreciation. And, they might actually remind you of some family members that you might have lost in transition up to the Father. Treat them with respect, treat them with appreciation. Don't be so negative minded. Don't be so complaining. You feel me? It's not that hard to show a little bit of love in this world, let alone to actually start moving with love. Once you do it once, twice, 3, 4, a couple times, it becomes natural and easy. It starts off a little bit hard, but hey, it started off somewhere. You started off hating at first. Now you addicted to hating. Start loving motherfuckers. Not sexually, but genuinely. Start genuinely loving and appreciating your neighbor. Maybe you get addicted to showing love to everybody. You never know. You never know. You never know. But I hope you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe on this video. Start ranting, because that shit is crazy. That's why I like watching my boy, because I leave with something. I leave with something. I'm always gonna leave with a good digestive plate of something. Whether it's some weird niggas in this world, and whether it's some more self empowerment to want to share with y'all, cause it's crazy. I know niggas like this ain't doing this shit. You might be doing some dumb shit, but lying for 18 years, that you had a job, all that other shit, bro. I'm cooked. No, that's cooked. That's cooked. That's cooked, slime, air fried, ninja sliced type shit. But let me know what your thoughts is. Did you relate? Could you relate? Did you know this story already? Do you know about this story about this young man John? Cause, bruh, honestly, he's using these black and white pictures. I'm thinking this is like in the 1800s. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm thinking it's like 1900s or some other shit. The nigga say he got released in 2019. So this is fairly recent. Fairly recent. He served 20. Let me do the math before I end the video, cause real easy. 2019 minus 25. 1994 is when they caught that nigga. He got caught in 1994. That's when they finally caught down and hopped down on that shit. So niggas was moving like that in 1994, lying about where they work, lying about where their money at, lying to their family and offing their family in GTA and in real life. I'm not gonna say in GTA. This is true crime, so this shit actually happened. He was convicted. I don't want to wrongly affect, or you feel me? What's the word? I'm having a brain fart. I don't want to negatively influence any young people out here if you're watching these videos, or if you're just impressionable. If you're an impressionable person, I don't mean to wrongly influence you, but I just want to help you be aware of these weirdos in this world so you can figure out how you will maneuver in your own best unique way, because there's no real science to being yourself. You know what I'm saying? The only best thing you can do is make sure you're not harming others and not harming yourself. Best way possible. Some things you cannot do. You can keep yourself from doing. You can learn to build habits to even that shit won't even cross your mind. Some things it just I don't even know how that shit even got into your lifestyle. It just happened. Nonetheless, praying for you guys. Hope you guys feel blessed. Hope you guys staying motivated, keeping yourself in the right mind and the right environments, and help finding yourself into the right environments, and right knowledge, and right awareness to be in. Because even though I'm saying write this, write that, write this, write this, as long as you feel okay with yourself, you can find ways to be satisfied and feel loved and appreciated by those that you want to be loved and appreciated by the most. That's all that matters, man. Move accordingly, adjust accordingly. You feel me? Pray to the Almost High that you have, if you have one. Just learn to be centered and being present in this day, because everything changed. I'm laughing, ranting, sliding, doing all this shit today. Who knows what we'll be doing tomorrow? So, hey, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you for tuning in for another video. Once again, I appreciate the love every last one of y'all show. Tune into a video. I'll make sure I keep on dropping these bankers for y'all. Till next time.